Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Mindy's Best. Today we are in the kitchen again, which is oddly enough where I spend most of my time. If I'm not eating, I'm baking or cooking, so we're gonna do it again today. And I am so excited to show you guys how to make one of our staples that we've made in our house for a long time, and that is what we call cake pops. But if I'm being honest, a cake pop is actually made with cake and frosting. I am not doing a traditional cake pop. We are going to be making more or less Oreo truffles, I think that's what you call them. And they are made with Oreos and cream cheese today. And I'm so excited to show you. There's a few techniques I've learned over the years, so I'm gonna take the things that I've learned in my kitchen and share them with you in your kitchen. All right, so there's a few things you're gonna need before you get started. One of them is a food processor. This is what you're going to crush up your Oreos in. I have a little chocolate melter. I honestly bought this on clearance at Walmart. You can just melt your chocolate and put it in a cup. That works too. Or a double broiler on the stove. You're going to need Oreos, of course, 1 block of cream cheese. Here's something I will note, you don't want a family-sized bag of Oreos, but that's all they had. So I looked at the regular bag, so I know exactly how many Oreos I'm going to need for this recipe. You need 36 Oreos for this recipe and 1 block of cream cheese, which is 8 ounces. You're also going to need candy melts. They sell these in a variety of different colors. I have tried dyeing chocolate with food coloring. It doesn't work, it turns hard. So they make several different colors of these. You can combine them to make the exact color that you want. You'll also need some treat sticks. They have these on Amazon, Walmart, tons of places. This is a Wilton brand. That's mostly what you're gonna find at a normal store. I am making unicorn cake pops today, so I bought little teeny tiny horns. Are these not the cutest things you've ever seen? And I use a piece of styrofoam that when I'm making my cake pops, I will let them dry without touching anything. So I'll turn them upside down and put the stick inside the styrofoam. They don't touch each other. They're just sitting there and letting the air dry the chocolate. I have got a piece of parchment paper here because some of the ones I'm going to make, I am not going to be putting in the styrofoam. So I'm gonna lay them nicely on this piece of parchment paper and then decorate them as I need to today. And I'm going to be using horns and these darling little royal icing flowers that my friend Stephanie made. She also made me some ears right here that I'm going to be including on the little unicorn. So this is gonna be a fun little thing that we're gonna make. There are a variety of things that you can do to make these your own. I have made them into wedding dresses. I have made them into tuxedos. I have done different colors. I have used sprinkles. I've drizzled chocolate. There are endless options when it comes to making cake pops or Oreo truffles. Starting out with cream cheese, your cream cheese needs to be softened. So this has been sitting out on the counter for probably a couple hours, and that always makes it nice and soft. I am going to start by throwing in my Oreos. I like to use the golden Oreos when I am dipping in white colored chocolate, because if you use the regular Oreos, sometimes the little black cookie parts will get into the chocolate. So this way just ensures that there's no flecks going on in my chocolate. Also, do not buy double stuff, buy just regular Oreos. No mega, no double. My husband loves those. We're just going to be doing regular Oreos today, so I'm gonna need 36 of these. So I'm just going to turn on, you're gonna grind it up so it's pretty fine so that whenever you do roll them in a ball, they roll up really nicely and there's no big chunks. All right, now that it is ground up to perfection, we are going to pour all of this in and then include our cream cheese, mix it on up, and you guys, this is going to create the most delectable treat. Look at how perfect that looks. complete, I'm going to use a little mini ice cream scoop, and I have prepared here a pan with a little silicone mat on it, and I'm just going to take the scoop and make a bunch of little balls. I'll place them here and then we'll put the sticks in. I'll show you how I do that to make sure all of your sticks are straight. But this is super simple. After we do this step, we're gonna let it sit in the refrigerator and let them get nice and hard, and then we will melt some chocolate and dip them in chocolate. Now that we've rolled all of these little guys up, and I don't know how, but every single time I make it, it makes 27 every time. So now we're ready to put in the sticks. These are not sucker sticks because the sucker sticks are really long. These are called treat sticks. If you happen to buy the Wilton brand, they sell them in several different brands. These are 4-inch sticks. So make sure whenever you are buying them, that you buy the right ones. Okay, it's important whenever you put them in that you just put the sucker stick in straight up and down and push it in about 3/4 of an inch. You're gonna want it to go in quite far. There have been people, whenever you're making cake pops, they will dip it in chocolate first and then dip it in. I've never found that that's necessary with mine, because after this you're gonna throw them in the refrigerator, they're gonna harden up, and that also helps with dipping them in chocolate. The cold temperature of the cake pop will help the chocolate cool off and dry quicker. Now they're all in. You can tell all of the sucker sticks are pointing straight up. So that's good, because whenever we put them down or we turn them upside down, they're all going to be straight and not looking lopsided. So I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes just for them to get cool. And then when we take them out, now whenever we take them out, they'll be nice and cool. I'm going to get my chocolate meltings. I just buy the Wilton candy melt. You can melt them in the microwave. I usually do 30 seconds at 50% power, and you'll do it for 30 seconds, stir, 30 seconds, stir, and just do that until they are completely melted. I really like these little chocolate bowls that you can heat the chocolate in. They just work really great, and it melts it at the perfect temperature. So our chocolate is completely melted. It only takes about 20 minutes when you use these little things. If your chocolate is too thick, you can see mine still drizzles. You can mix a little bit of vegetable oil in it. That works. Just do small amounts at a time. I think mine is okay. I don't know that I need to thin it, so I'm not going to. Here's the trick. Here's what I do. I go to the fridge and I'll take out 2 cake pops, and then I'll dip them, set them here, and then I'll go back to the fridge and grab 2 more. I do that so that the other ones can stay cool. If you bring them all out to room temperature, they're gonna warm up and then they might fall off the stick as you're dipping them. So I leave most of them in the fridge, and I'm just gonna bring out 2 of them. And I just swirl it around in there, and then you wanna let the excess chocolate drip off. Sometimes I wiggle it just a little bit just to drizzle that chocolate off. And then I just kinda let it sit and cool off. Turn it all different directions. If you hold it in one direction, all of the warm chocolate is going to fall to one side, and I've had the chocolate drip off and fall on the counter before. So I just move it. These can be a little time consuming because you just have to sit and play with the cake pop for a while. I'm gonna turn into unicorns. So I bought these little teeny tiny unicorns I'm gonna stick on, and my friend made me ears. So let's transform these little guys. saw me put each little detail on these little unicorns, and I think they turned out so cute. So you can obviously leave these not decorated and just leave them plain colors. I've done that so many times. I'll just coordinate them with the party colors. They're very easy to make. They add a ton of decor to your parties, as well as they taste amazing. These are my very favorite ones to use, the golden Oreos. You can of course use the regular Oreos, but you guys, these little unicorns are probably the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, I do have this recipe on our blog, thisishowwebingham.com. I'll also put it down below in the description with pictures and everything, and teaches you exactly how to do it. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I love making sweet treats in the kitchen. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. So thanks for hanging out with me today here on Mindys Best. And remember, do your best because your best is enough. In this crazy world right now, you guys, I just want you to know how much I love you, and I'm so grateful for you all. And I will see you all next time. Bye.